Shut up and sit down.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast. Today is April 7th. I want to start off by saying thank you for listening to us. If you stumbled across this on the interwebs, you can check us out at kfpodcast.com or facebook.com/kfpodcast. Today we're going to be talking about the Walking Dead season finale, go over some WrestleMania information, and then we're going to, or recaps.
I like it's information.
I don't want to keep saying recap over and over again. And then Don's got two stories for us.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
So you noticed today I did not interrupt Ken's intro.
It took 3 tries.
We did 3 intros until we didn't interrupt him and he got it right. But, just to touch on that again, please share because it looks like our viewership has fallen off a little bit. Maybe they've been a little long or...
We don't want to be like a PBS fund drive saying, share, but any kind of views we get would be helpful.
And, and maybe if you two also got off your ass and invited people from your Facebook wall like I did. Because did you invite people?
I invited pretty much everybody on my Facebook
Okay, well, this
friends
numbnuts over here, the man of the show, hasn't invited anybody yet. You need to invite people.
I invited some people.
You know you got plenty of time. Fallout 4 can wait while you invite some friends to listen to our
I
podcast.
got work tomorrow, and then I got work Saturday.
Yeah, but you don't do anything. So you could sit here and do it while you're here.
No, I had to do stuff today.
Well, anyway, like and share. Share and like and share.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, first things first, we'll start with the Walking Dead season.
Or as I wrote on the paper, Walking Deads.
The Walking Deads. So, if you haven't watched the season finale of Walking Dead, feel free to skip ahead about 10, 15, a half an hour, 45 minutes.
3 hours from now, we're done bitching about it. I think most everybody's probably seen it by now.
Well, you can always pause this or come back to it after you have, but just to let you know.
Right now, pause what you're listening to.
Watch it
Go
out.
watch the goddamn season finale.
And then come back.
And listen.
Yeah. So, all right. So, who wants to go first about this debacle of an
I think
episode?
you should start us off, Kenny, and tell us what you think about it. Give
all
us a
right.
quick little rundown.
So, the season finale should have been called Driving in Circles.
I like that.
Yeah.
Much better than, what was it called? Last Day on Earth. Yeah.
So, basically, they were
It should be called Life in an RV.
Yeah.
Is what it should have been called.
It should have been called My Summer Vacation, 87.
Rick makes bad decisions again.
National Lampoon's Vacation Walking Dead episode.
You know how they do like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies in a movie? It should be, it's National Lampoon's and Zombies.
Yeah, zombies, survivors, and RVs.
Yeah.
And baseball bats.
And baseball bats. So we finally got to see Negan, but he was only
Played
in
by Justin. Oh, when I set you up and you don't knock it down, you should leave.
It's
Just leave.
something Dean Morgan. James Dean Morgan or Joseph.
That's not right at all.
Dean Morgan.
Is it? It's, let's just say the comedian from Watchmen.
Yeah, he's the comedian.
Or the dad on Supernatural.
He's also Batman's father in Batman v Superman.
Right. And Batman's mother was
Maggie,
Lauren Cohen.
So the rumor is that Negan kills Glenn to marry Maggie, and they raise
Batman. Yeah, it all comes around now, full circle.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean.
I knew it was Dean Morgan. I couldn't remember the first name.
Okay, and he's good. I liked him.
So we'll knock this out because no one cares about this part of the season finale.
No one.
Morgan found what's her old face? Carol. Some dude shot her a couple times, and he rode a horse, and there was people in hockey gear.
but that was kind of significant because that's the kingdom.
That's the kingdom.
It's the kingdom, but who gives a shit?
I do because I want to see Ezekiel and his goddamn tiger.
No,
but
you
if it's not if it's not Billy
Ocean,
Ocean, I'm not watching it because who else is going to play King Ezekiel, which will flash that picture on the screen again.
So much they call
But
it.
yeah, I got that it was the kingdom because they had the hockey pads,
and
riding
the
the horses, and no guns, and so
Morgan's gonna fit in well with those folks.
Yeah, because they're all peaceful and
what if there's no Ezekiel and Morgan just leads them?
They could.
I will be really angry.
Yeah, they got to do Ezekiel. People want the tiger.
Yeah, but they don't have to CGI tiger.
I don't know if
They don't have to CGI a tiger, but what'll happen is the tiger will be in like one episode.
Yeah, you'll
maybe
see it
two.
like standing there all drugged out next to him.
They just use a stuffed tiger like for the close-up
I'm just
shots.
showing Tony the tiger fighting zombies in the other scenes.
Oh, we won this giant stuffed tiger at a fair.
Let me tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be 3 or 4 boring-ass episodes next season of King Ezekiel talking to Morgan about being peaceful and this and that and boring and like it'll take them 3 episodes just to get to the goddamn kingdom is what it will be. You know how long that's going to take. Meanwhile, don't you wish Carol was dead?
I mean, so much.
At this point, yeah.
Christ almighty, what is she bitching
They've
about?
ruined that character.
I mean, I know your daughter died and your abusive husband died.
But that happened 4 seasons ago.
Yeah, get over it.
Why didn't this
she's upset now because she feels like she's killed too many people.
She was loving killing people.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They ruined her character.
She was giving Morgan all that crap for not killing someone. Now she's all sad panda. Yeah. You know, she can't kill, and it's too much. I would have let her die. Sorry, you're gone. I'm not going to go save you because you're having a mental breakdown. Enough of her. Especially after she got herself shot. She got him attacked. It's like, honey, this is enough, you know. But, they'll reform. I don't think they're going to kill her off. They'll keep her around.
Yeah.
Eventually, they'll put her with Morgan. And they'll be like, some
They're
weird...
going to love each other. And it's going to be a relationship.
And then one of them will get bit in the neck and pull their veins out like they do when they get bit. And
where it
rip their
looks
skin
like
off.
someone's eating Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, the way human skin just easily dissipates and all that. Like they do that. But that was the side story. The main part was
them driving around in an RV.
Right.
Trying to get to Hilltop.
Right.
Why were they trying to get
Because apparently Maggie, who's having, I don't know if you're having a miscarriage or what she's having. I don't know why she's dying so bad. Like, if you're having a miscarriage, you're not that sick. Like, she's sweating to death and fever and
She has the flu.
Yeah, I don't know what she has, but they act like they have to get there to save her life. Don't they have antibiotics at that place?
No, well, they should.
No,
didn't they take some of that stuff
from the apothecary?
Yeah.
When that stupid asshole got shot right through the face because she was making some long speech
Denise.
out in the open. I feel blah, 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 blah,
But they never made it back after that, did they? Because they were locked up.
They made it back. They
Yeah.
made it back and gave all that. Do you know what I felt like in that scene? I was telling Ken this earlier. When she's sitting there talking and pumping up the thing and then gets an arrow through the eye, it reminded me of Samuel Jackson in the movie Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
When he's pumping up the crowd and that big shark comes
out
out
and
just
him.
eats him and drags him right back into the water.
That is one of the most shocking moments
Such
I've
a
ever
shocking
had
moment.
in a movie.
Because you're
movie.
like, yeah, all right, man. Samuel Jackson getting us fired up. Oh, shit! That shark just destroyed him. Like, he's dead, because that's in one of those movies where LL Cool J lives and he's the cook.
Yeah.
And you're like, he makes it, the hot girl dies, everybody dies.
Everybody dies but LL Cool J.
Yeah, no, the hero guy makes it. The two of them are the last two left. But anyway, Deep Blue Sea, that's what we're talking about now.
Yeah, right.
But anyway.
Well, I mean, it seems more entertaining than
It was
Walking
more
Dead.
entertaining than The Walking Dead. But I was glad that they killed her, because that scene was annoying. I feel like these past 3 episodes, Rick and that gang have made good decisions. Everywhere, they went in with a good plan. They had a good plan of fighting the zombies. Now it's just like they don't know what... It's just like, hey, there's a bunch of angry guys with bikes and guns out there. Just take off. Just go for a walk. Oh, Daryl, you going for a ride? Sure, no problem. No one's going to get you. There's nobody out there. Like, you better behave. You better be careful. Yeah. And they're just nonchalant. Yeah, I'm just going to go down a thing. Oh, an arrow in the eye, and you're dead. Idiots. I feel like there was no planning in that episode whatsoever.
Well, no, because Daryl went off all pissed off, mad for vengeance.
Yes.
That's why he left.
Yeah, and
then when Rick and Morgan left, that was stupid.
Yeah. Do you like how they did a whole scene there where it was, you're not allowed to go in the bus, but they're going to get on the RV anyway? Like, everybody kept coming up to Rick. He's like, You're not going. Oh, I'm going. You're not going to stop me. All right, get on the bus.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you doing? Oh, I'm going. You're not going to stop me. Oh, okay. Like, Rick, obviously you got to stop telling people to not get on the RV because no one's listening to you. Yeah.
How's that girl going to get out of the closet that Carl locked her in? I wondered that the entire episode. She's still in the closet.
What if she has to shit?
She's shitting, pissing. She has nothing to eat. Carl just locked her stone cold in the closet.
Stone cold in the closet. They should have brought her, too. Bring everybody. I don't know why he brought Carl. I don't know what the hell was the reason.
Well, because Carl was there in the comics when all the first.
That doesn't justify. And Rick wasn't reading the comics going, "Oh, Carl comes, let's go."
Did you know I bring my son along to go face killers? Oh, I better bring him along. We're following the continuum of the book.
This makes no sense to bring a child into danger. But
I think the reason is because, despite what he told the preacher guy about trusting him to protect Alexandria,
Who I now like, by the way.
Yeah, he's getting better.
He's like redeeming himself.
But still, why would you trust him to?
Yeah. So despite what Rick says that he trusts him, Rick doesn't want to let Carl out of his sight. So for that standpoint, I get why.
He left Judith there.
Good point.
Yeah, I mean, Christ, he left a baby there. You're not going to leave Carl? I'd leave Carl to keep an eye on Judith.
Yeah.
Because if you both get killed, then she has no family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like no one had a brain in their head. Yeah. And I'm sorry. I know these saviors are like supposed to be. How were they at every road? Wherever they turned, they were there.
No, my problem wasn't that they were at every road.
Problem was no one had their shirt off. No.
Why are all these men fully clothed?
No, my issue was if you go to the first location and get stopped, and you go to the next location and get stopped.
Yeah.
You go back to the first location. You don't keep trying every other fucking road.
Oh, you swore. You swore. Now you gotta believe it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, now it won't be up till Monday because you gotta believe it. No,
but that was my issue.
It was different people at every stop.
I know, but no, because that
a shit ton of trees.
Because that guy, the one that was talking at their first location, was at 2 other spots.
Yeah,
he was at the very end, and he was at the 3rd place they went, which means that group left. And the first place they went, there was only like 8 guys there. Every time they went to a new spot, there were more and more and more.
See, in the first scene, well, okay, so first I thought, why don't they have the rocket launcher? But my daughter had to explain to me that Daryl used all the ammunition because he killed the bikers, then he shot one into the oil in the lake and caught all the zombies on fire, and they only had 2 missiles. Which I didn't catch that because I was like, "Where's the rocket launcher? Blow these assholes right away."
I was going to say because I thought the same thing. My thought was that the production company didn't have enough budget to blow up another group of people.
Right.
So,
I mean, I would have tried to take that first group on.
Oh yeah.
I think they could have took that first group.
Well, what they say was 2 to 1 though. It was 2 of them to every one.
Yeah, but it's obviously been pointed out before that these guys can't shoot. I mean, the last episode, Abraham and Daryl and
they stood on top of train tracks just in the open.
They took out that whole group. They took out a whole group of them.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I went to my formula of watching. I missed the last.
Ken only watched the last episode.
Yeah. All right, so let's be honest. The only reason we watched them driving for as long as they did is so we could see Negan.
Yeah. So you watched a 90-minute episode just to see Negan.
Yep.
Which it did, and that episode didn't need to be 90 minutes. You could have cut out all that Morgan and Carol shit and all that crap.
You could have cut out 3 of the stops. And also, too...
How about the stops with the zombies tied together? Why don't you just drive right through them?
Because they don't know how strong the chain is.
Because the van ain't going to hold up. Against decayed zombies, you can't drive...
leave that chain through the zombies.
So I think they were afraid that that as they drove over it, things would get tangled up underneath. And...
So go slow. Start breaking through it. Take your gun out and shoot at it or whatever. You know, like
you're not gonna break a chain with a bullet.
I could break a chain with a bullet.
Bullshit.
Well, yeah, it's bullshit. I can break a chain with a bullet.
It's the same reason why they didn't shoot the one guy.
But Sasha could. She's a good shot.
No, whenever they said that, like, the guy was hanging by that chain.
Well, that's because that idiot Aaron was going to try and do it. He's not like anybody good.
They need to save the bullets.
Yeah, you got to save the bullets until you're getting killed. Here's my other thing. Why can't we make some Mad Max kind of swearing again?
Well,
some like weaponized vehicles. Why are all like you have a car? There's obviously people there that are, and he's getting up and leaving. Where are you going? There's obviously like skilled people there.
He's getting his history book out of his book.
Oh, he's getting his history book. Why can't you make a car with some armor on it?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't understand a lot of things. Like we've talked about this.
I mean, that's what I would do. I'd get put like a snow plow on the front of it.
A cow pusher.
Yeah, a cow pusher, and make it like an armor. Justin's getting out a notebook and a pen. I feel like he's taking notes.
He's going to write down what minute we F-bombed.
Oh, is that what you're doing? You got to go through and listen to it like we do.
I will. If I'm listening to it during my class tomorrow, which I probably will.
Yeah, while you're supposed to be
if
working.
I'm just kind of like skimming through it, because sometimes I will. I'll just skip through it.
Yeah, let's talk about how we edit the video while we're making the
You
video.
can do it behind the scenes. Ken was talking about doing Snapchat behind the scenes.
I like Snapchat.
So what do you think about my idea about armored vehicles?
I don't understand why they haven't done it yet either.
I don't get it. Especially like a school bus, seal up the windows, put some armor on it. That way you can drive through stuff and break through barriers and all that.
The only thing I can figure is you haven't seen them doing any kind of welding.
Yeah.
Even with the big metal wall. And to do armor like that on like a school bus or something right, you would have to be welding it. You couldn't bolt it on. It's just too heavy. Plus, they're using all the metal. For Alexandria in particular, they're using the big metal plate for the wall, which makes more sense.
But I mean, they're going to build bullets and stuff.
They're going to try. But yeah, they just found that new machine shop. So
What are you laughing at?
Just you chomping on peanuts over there. and like, they get metal for bullets. Chomp, 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 chomp.
I don't know. I feel like you could do something.
I agree. It doesn't make sense.
Something a little better than just driving a Ford Taurus down the road with.
I don't understand why all the resources are towards the wall if you think about it. As soon as Negan and all those people show up, like, there's a shit ton of people. Let's regroup. There's only 20 of us in Alexander.
Yeah.
I like
that it's Alexander now, not Alexandria. But there's more than 20 at Alexandria. They have all those people that lived there all those years before.
I don't know.
There's only 20 main actors that they hired.
If that.
Yeah, there's always some idiots walking around in the back.
I know. I feel like they could relocate or just stay and protect their base. You know what I mean?
There's no need to go down for crops or whatever, or livestock at the hilltop.
Yeah. Or if there is, figure out a way to communicate with them. It's like one person.
Will they carrier pigeon?
Yeah, do crows like they do or ravens like they do in Game of Thrones. But.
You know what I don't understand is, did the Saviors never know about Alexandria until now? Why did they never try and mess with them before?
See, the only thing I can figure is that they hadn't found the town
But it doesn't
yet.
seem like it's that far away.
No.
When they get in a car, they drive a few minutes, and all of a sudden there's all these biker gangs.
I don't think they're driving a few minutes because when they went to the hilltop the first time, I thought they said it was going to take 9 hours to drive there.
Did it take that long?
It was a
I mean,
long.
where would it
was
be?
like a
9 hours from Georgia, it'd be all the way down to Florida.
No, Alexandria is up near Washington.
But
Is
they're
it?
in Washington.
I thought they were in Georgia.
They started in Georgia.
They started in Georgia and they drove north.
Yeah.
Where the hell are they?
I'd say North Carolina. Come on and raise up, take your shirt off, twist around your head like a helicopter.
They're gonna put a clip of that video in there now. Who sings that song?
Petey Pablo.
Petey Pablo.
No, I think they're on their way from Georgia to Washington D.C. because of what's his face.
They're probably in Alexandria, Virginia.
If they're all the way up there, why hasn't it snowed yet or anything like that? Why hasn't it gotten cold? It's always hot. Yeah, I think they're further south.
Alexandria is southern Virginia. It doesn't snow that often in southern
Alexandria is the name of the housing plan that they lived in. It's not like the state or the city or whatever.
I'm just guessing. I know they were on their way to D.C.
You're guessing wrong.
Fact checker Ken.
Did you call him a fat checker?
Yep. Still there.
Check on that fat. Yep, we still got some. All right, proceed. I don't know. I just feel like it's never cold. You know what I mean? You never see it you see Rick wearing stupid coats, but then they're sweating to death. And Rick will have a coat with a fur thing on it, and then Michonne's walking around in a tank top. So, you know, you have no idea what the weather looks like there. And while we're doing a podcast, these two are just on their phones looking for...
No, it's meant to be in the comic book that they are in Alexandria, Virginia.
Okay. Thank you. Which would get cold once in a while, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it should. I've been there and it's cold.
So you think that the hilltop is 9 hours away?
9 hours would be from Pittsburgh to Outer Banks.
Yeah, that would be really far away.
And I don't know how they would do it with just the gas that they carry. He's just
he's just going and opening his mouth and then not saying anything. Come on, go ahead, speak.
They have to drive slower. They're not driving at highway speeds.
Okay.
Occasionally, they would have to stop to move stuff out of their way because there are cars abandoned all over roads. I'm just saying that they said...
And in that show, there's never any cars abandoned on roads.
I know.
They're all
in the
wide
beginning,
open.
there were.
In the beginning, yeah, on highways. But wherever they're at, there's never anything there.
Yeah. But I just think they're driving slower and they're taking their time. And they said it was like a half a day's drive away. So not 9 hours,
All
probably
right.
4 or 5 hours away.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea where they're supposed
At
to
35 or 40 miles an hour, 5 hours is a couple hundred miles.
be. All right, well, I guess it's far away then. And like where they're at right now, the kingdom should be close. Those guys are on horses, and Carol didn't get that far. I don't know. It's so weird. It always looks like they're on the same 3 roads.
Yeah.
But who knows where the hell they are.
That's because they're
are
filming
on-
on
Yeah,
the same
I mean,
3
it's like
roads.
so ridiculous. But anyway, back to what we were talking about, driving around. It was just ridiculous. Yeah. And I hated it when they finally got off and they're like, we're just going to walk. I don't know what the plan was. They were going to let dumbass Eugene drive around and like distract them or something. That didn't work at all.
Clearly.
No.
And then they're going to run through the woods and then you just hear Negan whistling. Like, is he just...
Well, it wasn't him. It was all the saviors were whistling.
But I don't know. The whistling was stupid. Like, they're how can the saviors always see where you're at, but you never see them? They're just that good in the woods.
Apparently,
They're Recondo from G.I. Joe.
they're a bunch
who
of
they are.
They're a whole bunch of Daryls.
Yeah. Well, and Daryl sucks. I mean, remember the episode where he gets caught? Like, who was held prisoner in the episode before? Because you didn't see. You know why.
It was Michonne and Glenn. We're sitting there,
Yeah.
going, and he's like, whatever, and gets shot in the back.
Yeah, and then they just come up behind him. I'm like, Daryl's supposed to be this master,
Yeah,
tracker
absolutely.
and all
He
that.
would not have
And
gotten
he's
caught.
walking in, and Glenn's just shaking his head like an idiot, like, don't come any closer. And then Daryl's just, they come up behind him and shoot him in the arm. Like, you're that bad? Like, you wouldn't see, like, coming in, like, oh, they're hiding over there. It's just like they forgot how to be cool.
Yeah.
The saviors are so cool in the woods. They're just always in the woods being cooler than everybody else.
And Dwight, the guy that Daryl had to save from the woods the first time, is now the guy that's all good in the woods.
Yeah, he's all good in the woods. and they've made him. Let's talk about Dwight for a minute.
Oh, let's
Talk about Dwight. You remember him in the comic?
Yeah, he's got the burn mark on his face because he betrays Negan.
Because Negan took his wife.
Yes.
But that's not why he has the burn in the show.
Right. And in the comic, he's not really a bad guy.
No, he hates Negan.
He's not killing anybody. He's not doing anything like
He
that.
joined Negan early, kind of like he got a hold of, like everyone met Rick early, and he's been able to survive because Negan.
But he's like he's the one that kills the lesbian doctor, shoots the arrow through her head. He's like a total asshole in this one. They've made that character bad.
I feel like from now, there's been a lot of other ones, but this is going to be so much more different than the comic book. Like, Dwight's different. I think that Negan's not going to be as crazy. I think he's going to be more maniacal and, like, he's like, oh, we're going to plan this out and plan that out.
Yeah.
Because clearly they have the ability to, like, I don't know how long it would take to move all those logs, but clearly...
That's a lot of logs.
Yeah, and then douse them all in gasoline.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing is, how did they know when that they were going to be trying to get to the hilltop that particular day?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was really ridiculous.
So there's a theory that somebody told me.
Here we go.
That I don't think it's true because the theory is that Enid is Negan's daughter and that she's been spying for him.
Okay. Right.
But I don't think that's possible
because her origin they showed it. Yeah,
they showed her parents in the origin, but maybe she's not his daughter, but maybe she is part of them. I don't know, but that somebody mentioned that, and I kind of discounted it.
Look on Ken's face looks like he has to poop, and
he's
he's got
poo-pooing
poop
the theory.
cramps. He's so angry.
I'm
right
about
now.
to drop some poo-poo on this.
All right, go ahead.
Because when was the last time she's left the campsite to get to see?
It's been a while.
So, wouldn't she needed to go and do reconnaissance pretty soon so they would know that they were leaving to go help?
Well,
Maggie?
what they were saying was that she was the one.
Your brain hurt after saying that.
That she's not having a miscarriage. She was poisoned, and that she's the one that did it. So,
oh my God,
she knew that they would be having to go to the hilltop at some point.
What the hell are you? Where are you getting all this from?
A friend of mine. It was a friend
comments
of
on
mine.
YouPorn.
On Pornhub. Oh God.
Oh my my god.
You get deep into some bullshit theories, huh? You just start
A friend
reading.
of mine. I don't read much about
That's
it. Because
screen 3 of the. It's work arc bullshit theories.
Bullshit theories. And you know what it is? YouTube videos of bullshit theories.
Oh.
Just some lady going, and then Negan, his real daughter is Maggie. And
See,
she's...
what's funny
It's
here
3
is
fat guys on YouTube
Yeah.
on a podcast with stupid theories.
What's funny here, though, is when I first said that, Dawn was kind of behind it. As soon as Ken started crapping on it, Dawn stepped in and started
I
crapping
was
on
kind
it,
of
too.
I was kind of just stunned by it.
But like you said, though, it's if Maggie's just having a miscarriage, she wouldn't be...
There's more to that.
There's
so
more
I give
to
you
it.
that.
So
she doesn't look like a person having. She looks like a person that's
Poisoned.
infected or
Yeah.
something's seriously wrong with her. And
What
she
if
cut
the
that
baby's-
hair off? She looks horrible.
What if the baby's stillborn and she's giving birth to a zombie?
That could be it. What if they do something like that?
Oh, that would be really creepy.
And it's like
even
eat-
for this show.
I mean, it doesn't have teeth, so it couldn't like eat its way out of your womb.
I mean, it's eyeballs are going to stay the same size, but that's about it.
True, that's true. But so I don't know why I had to say that 3 times. So they get to the end and they do the scene. Did you notice now? If you've read the comic book, Negan says the F word every other word. That's
Yes.
all he says. Do you notice how they replaced it with shit?
Shit, yep.
Everything was shit. Yeah. That smells like shit. Did you take a shit? I'll eat a shit. You're a shit. I'm like, my God, what's with the shit? And this bunch of shit. I'm setting that shit up right now. I'm closing that shit down. I'm taking a shit. Everything was shit. I'm like, okay, why can't we just bleep out an F word or,
Yeah, I don't get it either.
No, I guess there's an uncut version of that speech that they're going to put on the DVD.
Which is kind of stupid.
And it's riddled with like real F words in. There's no shits in it. It's Fs.
It's all shits.
There's no S's. It's Fs. But that's what I heard. Did you hear they're doing that?
I heard that too. Which is not. Why would I buy it for 10?
And people were so excited about it. Hey, I read like on people on Twitter, uncut version. I'm like, what? If I want to hear the F word, I'll just say it myself. I don't need him to say it.
I'll read the comic where it's actually interesting.
Like I just thought it was kind of funny. They kept throwing shit in there a lot. That was kind of corny. So let's get to the main question then. Who died? Who gets the old baseball to the head?
So
Theories.
Can I
predictions?
Can I interject?
You
here?
go first. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to go first. I
right.
think we should each pick someone different.
Okay.
Kind of take a bet.
So we're betting again.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can we give some theories first? Because I know the Cheese has theories on this.
He's
He
watched
did
so many-
geometry and the angles.
I did not.
And all that
I have
stuff.
not gone
Speaking
through
of
and
shitty
done all that.
YouTubes, I did watch a YouTube conspiracy about why they think it's
Daryl?
no, they think it's Glenn.
Well, everyone think it's Glenn because it was Glenn in the
Well,
comic.
because they broke down the screaming
Okay.
and they tried to say what they thought they were saying in the
okay.
screams.
All right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Here's people who don't think it could be Daryl. I hear people go, they'll never kill Daryl because Daryl is liked by all the girls. Let me tell you right now, Robert Kirkman could give a shit about what
Exactly.
people
Yeah.
think about who a character you like. He don't care if women like it. He don't care if the only reason you watch it is because of Daryl. He'll kill Daryl just in spite of you.
Yeah.
That's the kind of person he is.
Which
He's
is-
just like George R. R. Martin with
Some-
Game of
one-
Thrones.
One of my friends is like, but he came out in an interview and said he's on contract for season 7.
Well,
Said maybe for one episode of season 7.
or a flashback.
Or a flashback. I said, just
yeah.
because he's on contract doesn't mean he's actually going to show up.
Just because the ladies love him.
That just means that he can't talk about it because
Yeah.
he's on contract and he'll lose a crap ton of money.
So my pick is definitely Daryl. I think it's Daryl. I think hands down it's Daryl because he's such. When they killed Glenn in the comic, Glenn was the most loved character in the comic.
Oh my
at the
god.
time. Everyone loved Glenn. There was no Daryl. Everybody else was kind of annoying characters, and they were all misanthropes and moody and everything. Yeah. You like that word, huh?
Dawn's
I didn't have the word of the week this week.
And then Glenn was like the character you're like, I love reading Glenn. And they killed him, and it made you feel like shit when you read it.
Everybody went nuts.
in the comic. Glenn was the Rock. Maggie was pregnant.
Glenn was the Rock.
He wasn't like Dwayne Johnson.
Okay.
He was kind of the Rock of the group because
Yeah.
he was the only one that never went crazy.
Right.
He was in love with Maggie. They were having a kid. He was always wearing that SWAT gear. He was in charge of like all of Rick's
Yeah.
missions.
He made everybody feel good. Rick feel good. He would
go on runs by himself because he was so trusted, and then he died, and it crumbled.
the group.
A very strong support piece of the group.
And that's what Daryl is
Yes.
to this group. And that's what he is to the audience. And that's why it's going to make you hate Negan so much because he's going to kill Daryl.
I can't
And I think
wait.
if Negan's doing it from a threat kind of thing, Daryl's your biggest threat out of that group. Him or Abraham.
Yeah.
You want to take some of Rick's muscle away. What the hell would you kill Glenn for?
In the comics, does Abraham die? Yeah, he does.
Abraham dies before
Abraham died. Well, you didn't see the Denise death scene.
Abraham had the Denise death.
Yeah,
okay.
He was
Denise
walking
got-
around with Eugene.
Talking. Yeah.
then
And
he
it was
just
the
got a bullet
same
in
thing.
the
It was like an uplifting speech. He was telling Eugene like he was proud of him
Yeah.
because he'd stepped up. It was because they'd started making the bullets, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And he took a
and
bullet
he-
in the head. That was when you first started meeting the Saviors.
Yeah.
So did I steal your pick going with Daryl?
No.
Who's your pick then? You go next. Who's yours?
All right. I think it's going to be Glenn, but
Really
I
went
have,
outside the box on that
No,
one.
no. I think it's going to be Glenn, but I have a theory and a little bit of evidence to back it up that it could be Abraham.
Okay.
Because in the episode before and in this episode,
Yeah.
I was thinking 2 episodes before, but really the episode before and this one, they really made it a point that Abraham kind of got closure on several relationships.
Yes, where he
he had-
switched from the Rosita to he just did a switcheroo.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen a guy do a
Yeah, that
switch.
was pretty
Hey, guess
crazy.
what? I'm done having sex with you. I'm going next door and having sex with her. And both girls were like, "All right, I guess this is just okay." No one had a crazy moment. There was no hair pulling. No one had like a big fight.
Yeah.
Rosita seems a little depressed, but other than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she was fine. And Sauce is just like, "Okay, you done with her?"
And that was one of
Alright.
the coldest things.
it was cold.
He was basically what he told her was
Oh, yeah. It was the
it was
Dingleberries.
when we first got together, I thought you were the last woman on the planet. Well, guess what? I found out you're not.
Yeah.
I'm out.
That was it.
I was like, holy shit.
He just moved on to Sasha. It's just like
But-
a pimp.
But anyway, so he makes that switch. Then he has that moment with Abraham where he tells him, he's like, I'm proud of you, man.
I'm proud of you. Okay,
You
I get
stepped
it.
up.
Yeah.
So- and there was another moment with him and Sasha.
Are we
There was
gonna
a
go through the
moment with
whole
him and
season?
Rick. No.
You do every
Could you
moment.
tell me every
Tell us
And
every moment Abraham.
it just felt like they were closing up his storylines. That it could be him.
Okay. All right.
So who the hell are you picking?
Yeah, I
I'll
don't-
pick Abraham then.
Yeah, I don't know what you. We just went through that 20-minute diatribe. I don't know who you picked.
I'll pick
Yeah.
Abraham.
All right, you're going for Abraham. He was Glenn originally.
He was.
Okay.
I'm not taking Glenn because it's too easy.
Okay.
I'm going to go out on a limb.
And say it's Baby Judith.
I wish. God, I wish he just softball tossed it up.
And just whacked her right into the trees.
I'm going to say none of the group, and here's why. There's clearly a lot of working parts in Negan's group, and he saw that this small group of people accomplished a lot defensively, killed a lot of his guys, and he clearly stated he wants all of them working for him. So I feel like he's going to have other people that he's going to kill. Because
So you think he whacks like one of his guys on the head?
I think so. Or Wax, like maybe he has some people left over from the library.
Okay.
And now I don't. This is me a
Really,
stretch.
who were the people from the library?
The guy that he hung.
That
From the
Morgan
bridge?
cut down. Well, yeah,
No,
the guy
yeah,
that they
from
hung
the
from the bridge was
bridge.
from the
Yeah.
library.
What library?
Where Morgan found Carol.
There was a group there that the Saviors, they mentioned it
Okay.
whenever.
All right. Again, I miss things when I watch TV.
So
Okay.
I think it's going to be none of them because he realizes that they're a strong unit, and he's gonna if he can get them to work for him, he's going to be better off having them as a like.
So it's just a random person that he gets on the head.
Yeah.
That would be, I don't know, I guess that
That
would
would
fool
be
everybody.
different. That would fool
And I think that's
everybody.
why they didn't show it.
Okay.
And I think whenever he does do it, it's going to be graphic as shit. And it's
Or they didn't show because they have no idea who they're killing off yet.
bingo.
Yeah.
But I could go with them doing nobody. I think it's going to be someone that you might not know, a character, or like insert Alexandria resident B.
But
like
the thing about that scene is that's what changes Rick. Because after that, they're so subservient
yeah,
because
for
of
a
the
long
loss.
time.
And I think if they kill nobody, then they're like, okay, well, he didn't do it. He doesn't mean business. He didn't kill it. He wants to. That Rick will still have an idea. When it's one of his boys that goes down, he's like a lost puppy for like a whole year in the book.
Yeah, it's going to be a really boring
But that's
season 5.
exactly it. they don't have the time in the show. It's boring as shit without that happening.
Oh, it'll be so boring. I mean, it'll just be...
Exactly.
The only thing that made the book readable was Negan swearing.
Yeah.
And talking about turning his dick into a helicopter.
Yeah.
And that Lucille had a vagina.
Oh, my God,
Remember
that whole scene.
Oh, God.
But that's why I don't think he's going to kill anyone, because they don't want that lag time. It's just got to go from action to action. There's gonna have to be a fight.
It's like a porno. They got to go from action to action.
I mean, like, it's a lot of porn references.
A lot of porn references.
So, I think it's gonna be someone gets killed, 3 episodes of them being sad about it, 4th episode of Rick gonna get back at him.
Okay.
Then it's a break. It's them planning. Lull for whatever reason they decide to lull for.
Yeah.
Start of the fight with Negan at the end.
All right. Done.
Do you think they're going to do the thing where Carl goes off on his own and ends up with
what? With the girl?
Negan for a little while?
I don't know.
And that might be the dull part where he gets taken. Like he takes.
I just thought you said that might be the adult part. Like, what's going to happen in that scene? There we go again.
Negan and Carl.
All right. Well, I think that about sums up The Walking Dead, unless we have anything else you want to say.
I mean, let's be honest. We could talk about it for an hour and a half.
Yeah, probably.
Because none of us were happy with it, right?
No.
No.
Generally, I was kind of annoyed by it, and I think most fans were annoyed by it too. I think everybody. I mean,
I love the internet. The petitions to get them to release who they killed. You think Robert
Write the time down. Jeez.
Right this time. Yeah,
35 and a half minutes.
it was
Yeah,
it was a
one
letdown.
cares. And if you think that they knew, this is annoying.
What? Think they knew what?
I think the writers, they know who it is, but they have not filmed it yet.
People are idiots. That's all it boils down to. Why would you sign a petition like, we got to know right now? Like,
Yeah.
No one cares.
Shut up.
All right, so we'll move on.
All right.
On to we're gonna have a quick mention here that we always like to talk about bets,
Yes.
and gambling that we do on here, our little rivalries. So it's baseball season. Ken and Justin, again, 2 out of 3 Pirate fans. Donnie is a Cubs fan.
Yeah, well, because you're, for some reason, blinded by the liking of Chicago.
Pirates are off to a great start, 3-0.
Yeah.
Cubs are off to a good start, 2-0. And me and Ken usually do a little head-to-head bet.
We do.
When the Pirates and the Cubs play, which it used to be, like, that was the only time they would win, was when they would play each other. Now it's, like, really mean stuff.
Yeah, it actually means something. And we were hoping, like, did we watch the playoff game last year against each other?
No, because I was at football.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a little too intense
Yeah.
to watch that.
Yeah, it was rough. It was a bad game. We lost, like, he scored 3 runs.
5-0 or whatever it was.
Bad.
Well, because that pitcher that nobody could hit.
Oh, has he started yet this year?
Pitched game 1, and it was the same results.
What was his name?
Jake Arrieta.
Stupid area.
Through 8 innings, 1 hit. Ugh. To open the day. But
someone needs a line drive in his testicles.
No, that's not be mean to him, because he's great, and he just ruins teams. Just leave him alone. It's great.
All right.
He's going to have a good year. They're solid this year. Pirates look good, too, though, so they're going to be good, too.
We picked up blonde-haired Aquaman on first base with his dreadlocks. Was his Freeze, I think is his name.
Kang, Joss, I think his first name's like Joss or something. It's
Yeah,
weird.
something.
Josh Whedon.
Josh Whedon is playing short.
Is playing there.
Kang should be coming back shortly.
You mean Gung? Gung Ho?
Yeah, however the hell you say his last name.
Kang the Conqueror.
Kang the Conqueror.
It's spelled Kang.
So what's our bet going to be? They play, 11 to 12 games?
You won the series last year, so I'll let you pick the prize of the bet.
But I didn't get anything last year. Did I get anything?
No.
I won. I didn't get anything.
No, because you never figured out what we were going to bet on.
We'll do loser buys the winner dinner at Dynasty, because we like to go to Dynasty and make ourselves fatter at Dynasty Grand Buffet. So that's the bet.
Yeah, that's fine.
Head to head. You're allowed to just come and make fun of the loser.
Because the home opener for the Pirates was on Sunday, and I used to go to the home opener every year.
Give your little rant about the home opener.
All right, so it bothers me about the home opener because I used to get tickets from a friend of mine actually, and he would get a bunch of tickets, and there'd be like 20 to 30 to 40 of us that would go down. Be a huge thing to do. Everyone would take off from work. Beautiful spring day. Hang out outside. Tailgate. First thing that makes me mad about that is they built all those damn buildings down on the North Shore. Nowhere to tailgate. It's annoying as shit. Second of all, they got good and I can't get tickets anymore.
I knew that was coming.
Like when they sucked, it was great. I get to go to all these games.
You could go to PNC Park, which is a beautiful place to see a game.
You could walk up in the third inning and pay $10 to sit baseline.
Sit wherever you want. It's beautiful.
It was amazing.
Now, because now it's just like the Penguins.
And it's all people that don't care about the game.
I was just telling my wife this last week when we were at the game. When I used to go to Penguin games after work, I would get tickets to go to the Mellon Arena.
Yeah.
People just give them to you because they had nobody. There's no Crosby yet or whatever. And I would sit up on the glass and it'd be like, you want these seats? I'd be like, yeah, I'll go. You can go whenever you want, especially when I was single. I'd just go all the time. Now you go to the game. And it used to look guys like us just at the game. And old guys just talking hockey. Now it's skinny jeans and boots. And tight Latang shirts. And everybody's hot. And they love all the hockey players. It's such a different crowd.
It's annoying to me.
It's
because
annoying.
I also...
No offense to my wife, because she's a big fan. She did wear skinny jeans and boots at the game.
Whenever I was 21, I went to when I was 21 to 25, they sucked. We went on the weekends when we had nothing to do. We'd still follow it, talk about who we were getting rid of.
Yeah.
Because that's when they were fire selling us before Lemieux.
Saved the day.
Yeah, seriously. So I got tickets easy there. Tickets were cheap. I could sit. I still sat in Peanut Heaven because I was still cheap.
For $3.
Yeah. But now I just get so annoyed because I go to the Pens game. I went to the Pens game against Buffalo.
Yeah.
And the stadium, the arena is packed. It is packed with people. The game went to a shootout. It was crickets in the entire, what's it called?
Arena.
I was going to call it Mellon Arena, but it's...
Console.
It's annoying as a Pens fan.
Everybody's on their cell phone.
Yeah. Because everyone's too busy taking Instagrams to tweet them to the hashtag.
Well, I can't say anything because I did put pictures on Facebook.
A lot of pictures on Facebook.
That's because it was the first time we took our family, the whole family, so,
I got annoyed. I get so annoyed hearing crickets.
Yeah.
And there were so many Buffalo fans because the people that buy... Well, here's a part complaint, but I do benefit from this. Okay. There's so many people that buy season tickets for the playoff games and sell off the rest. Now,
how you get tickets.
How I get tickets is people that I know try to sell said tickets, and when they can't sell them, they go, Ken, the game's tonight. Do you want to go?
Do you want to go? That's why you never know if you're going to the game till the very last minute.
And I text Mindy. I go, hey, we got tickets.
Guess what? We're going to the game. But now I hear what you're saying. So, yeah, Cubs, Pirates.
So I get annoyed with Yinzer fans that are fair weather fans.
But it's probably like that in every city, too. You get good, and now, Cubs games, anybody could walk in there now that they have talent, and they're supposed to be good. Which, let me just make a prediction. Last year, the Cubs were not supposed to be good because they had all rookies. They shocked everybody in that division, ended up making it into the playoffs. Everything that happened.
Did they beat the Mets or did they lose to the Mets?
They lost to the Mets.
Okay.
They beat
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Yeah. Beat us.
So they beat everybody in that division. This year, they're predicted to win that division, go to the playoffs. Watch them suck.
I don't think they're going to suck, but I don't think you're going to get the production out of your rookies. There's always a sophomore slump.
Yeah. Well, they added veterans to the team this year. They got St. Louis's star Hayward. He's with them now.
Oh, okay.
So they have a lot of people. So we'll see. But anyway, that topic will lead into Sunday while you're at the home opener.
I had to wrap up early so I could pick up Mindy and go to Dawn's house to watch WrestleMania.
I wish we had the Flow Rider song right now.
Welcome to Dawn's house.
And
He's going to order too many pizzas. There's going to be some guacamole. 7 hours of wrestling.
It was 7 hours of wrestling. And, one thing I always do is we order pizza from Monticello's, and I always over-order.
I brought chicken. I brought meat. I made
You brought 1 pound of meat for 12 people.
I brought 3 pounds of meat for 12 people.
Okay.
And I still took some home.
That's right. So I ordered pizza. I ordered too much, everybody gets a free pizza.
Okay, so
if I'd known you had too much, I'd have taken some when I left.
I thought you were going to eat more. You ate 2 slices.
I legitimately went home with a whole pizza.
Yeah.
It was not touched.
Yeah. It's great.
Because the theory was supposed to be you're going to order pizza for the kids.
Yeah.
How many kids were
But then
in your
everybody
house?
started. But then when we're there, I go around the room and go, "Who would like pizza?" And everybody's raising their hand that they will
I
eat
said,
some.
we'll eat a slice.
Yeah, and then everybody ate more.
But let's be honest. How many you were going to order just for your kids? How many kids were at the house?
There was 3.
You ordered 5 large
And
pizzas.
then I ordered an Italian hoagie that Sabre didn't even eat. Because we don't communicate. I said, "Do you want this?" She said, the text message went, I said, "Do you want an Italian hoagie?" She said, "Do I like him?" And I said, "Yes, you like them." And then we went into another conversation. I thought that meant you want the hoagie. I ordered the hoagie, no one ate it. We threw it away 3 days later.
Oh man.
yeah.
The food, like, children in Africa would get so upset about what happens at your house.
so much food.
The country of Ethiopia is
Is irate.
yes, so an uproar.
But this was a special WrestleMania because Justin came for the
I
first
came to
time.
hang out.
And it wasn't because he was hoping to see Stephen Amell.
Which he did get to see.
I
Get
did,
to
though.
see Wrestle
No,
Stardust.
I figured my friends are all hanging out. Whether I like what they're watching or not, I'll come and hang out.
Right?
And then I surprised myself and actually enjoyed
And you
what I
liked it.
watched and was looking up stats and stuff the next day.
Stats.
Not stats, but
How many pins did he have?
what happened after I left.
Here's what people don't. Everyone's like, I don't know how you watch wrestling, and I'm like, you don't understand how the guy that reads comic books likes to watch men in tights fight each other,
Right.
good guys and bad guys. That
Right.
that you don't understand that?
It's totally what it is. It's just like a live action comic book.
Yeah.
We know it's fake. We know it's not real. If it was real, it would be like the UFC fights where you pay all that money and then in
It's
10
over.
seconds someone knocks someone out
yeah,
and it's over. Instead, you get 7 hours.
yeah. And if it was real, a guy wouldn't jump 27 feet off the top of a steel cage
Right.
through a table.
Shane McMahon jumped off a steel cage through a table, which was kind of insane. I thought he was
Yeah.
going to die when he did that.
Did get taken out by an ambulance, didn't he?
Yeah, we don't know if it's fake or you never
He
know.
was on the Raw the next night walking.
Yeah, with a
limping.
fake bruise on his face.
Yeah, and then also too that he was spotted that next morning eating breakfast with the rest of the McMahons.
Yeah,
so
He was fine. But what did you like the most about it? You like the old school throwback.
Yeah, when Shawn Michaels and Austin and
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley came out, I
Came
thought
out
that
to
was
fight
cool.
the-
Because
those three idiots.
that was the last time I watched wrestling. Was
Yeah.
back when.
and that's why they're on the show.
Yeah, for people like you.
Yep.
Which I didn't mind it. I liked it. I like seeing Stone Cold.
Yeah. And Mick Foley lost a ton of weight from the last time I saw
Yeah,
him.
he looked good, and Shawn Michaels
I was
looked
gonna say
great.
Shawn Michaels looks like he could be in there every
He
night.
looked like he could still go.
Yep.
But that was probably one of the better parts. The rest of the show, I thought sucked.
I didn't think it was horrible, but last year's WrestleMania was really good, I thought.
This year's WrestleMania was like any match you thought you knew what might happen or should happen didn't happen.
There was a point in the card where it just turned. So, like, at the beginning, it was like, I liked the beginning because you didn't know it was going to happen. Everyone that I thought was going to win a title or win the match didn't. Until we got to the Ambrose Lesnar match?
Yeah, and that got
And then
predictable.
that was predictable, and then everything got predictable, and then it got stale.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, were you really happy Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental Championship, then lost it a day later?
well, I was surprised.
It was a waste. That's a waste of a WrestleMania
Was that
moment.
the guy that won the ladder match?
yes.
Okay.
He lost it a day later.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, it's not even worth it. It's
Who'd he
a
lose it
waste.
to?
The Miz. Because even The Miz brought his hot wife back out, and she was distracting everybody and beating people up.
Yeah.
Lord.
But it was just a waste. That's supposed to be like a good moment when you win it at WrestleMania.
It's fine. It's what
And
is
then he
this?
loses it the next night.
That shit doesn't bother me. Like,
Well, I just would rather see somebody win it that I think is a little bit more deserving.
well, I think that the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens feud doesn't need the belt
I guess.
because it'll be exciting and people will watch it anyways. And then the rest of the people were scrubs.
Yeah.
So you have a good WrestleMania moment, so you don't turn the crowd early by having Zack Ryder win it.
Right.
The crowd's pumped, optimistic, maybe think something new will happen.
And then nothing happens.
nothing happens.
Yeah.
New Day loses, which I was so upset about.
Yeah, that was just a setup for that for the
Yeah.
Austin thing and
Because
all that.
the next night on Raw,
They win.
They win, and then then it's done. The
Then
storyline's over.
Did the League of Nations break up?
Well, they beat up.
They got rid of Wade Barrett 'cause he's leaving.
Yeah, because he's leaving.
Yeah.
So they beat him up and kicked him out because they need to get rid of their weakest link.
Yeah.
So
Let's talk about The Rock.
The
who had
Rock.
the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen on a wrestling episode.
It was the dumbest, most pointless thing I've ever seen in my life.
25. Did you see this?
No.
It was like 25 minutes long. First, they had the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders come out, and they're dancing. Then the Rock's music hit. He comes out. He's standing in the middle of them forever.
Yeah.
Just standing there.
And looking.
And then he goes back behind stage like he forgot something. And he comes out with a mother effing flamethrower.
So,
okay?
but here's the thing. It doesn't look like a flamethrower. It looked like a T-shirt / hot dog launcher.
Yeah.
So the whole time we're
Or
sitting
a
there-
gun Cable would have.
Yeah. Yeah, it was this giant metal. And we're like, is he going to shoot hot dogs into the crowd now?
We thought he
Like,
was going to shoot T-shirts or hot dogs.
Yeah.
And then, like, blue fire started coming out of it.
Yeah.
Then he goes over and they, like, lower from somewhere, raise
or
up.
it comes out a giant metal rock. Like, it just says rock. It
just says rock.
Out of metal. And he shoots it with a flamethrower, and it catches on fire.
We're like, what are we doing? Because we're running out of time. We've been watching this show for 8 hours.
And
then
this is
he's
getting to-
burning things.
yeah.
And then he has to walk down a ring. And you're like, and then, like, Brock picked up was like, he has wrestling boots on. Like, he's going to do something,
Yeah.
you know? And it was just, I mean, it was forever. Like, what is he doing? He's setting things on fire. Then he gets in a ring, and the Wyatts come out, and they, not Lance and Gretchen, but the real Wyatt family.
Yeah.
And they get in the ring, and they start with him, and then he takes off his clothes. He wrestles a guy and beats him in 3 seconds.
6 seconds.
6
I did see that he
Yeah.
set the new WrestleMania record.
And then, of course, they were going to beat him up, and then John Cena returns and helps him. And then they do a little stare down, do their finishing moves, and the crowd goes home, I guess, somewhat happy.
Yep.
So was that the last moment of the night?
No, the last moment was Roman Reigns beating
Triple
Triple
H.
H, which we called in October.
We called, last summer.
Yeah.
At the end of last year's WrestleMania, we called that would happen.
And we've done this now, except for last year, it being the year before being Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
We've been pretty spot on with our
We've been
predictions.
pretty on to call the match exactly how it was.
So we're getting down to time. So WrestleMania was somewhat of a dud this year, but now Dawn has a few stories for us.
Yes, we do. So now we're shifting into story time.
I love story
Now-
time.
I have some physical proof because I have been told from when I tell stories that I make this shit up. People go, you make that up. There's no way that happened. And I go,
I know that my girlfriend has said if it wasn't for Dawn, I'd think that story was
and I go,
made.
no, that happened. You know, it definitely happened. So,
I've seen enough of you to know that
Right.
Your
stuff
giant
happens.
Hulk hands and stupidity.
so the
yes.
first one is just a small little funny story. This isn't the accident. These are two things. This is the funny message, then the accident. So I saved a copy of this, all right?
Okay.
So I get this text message the other day, and this is how it starts. This is the line I get. I'm working, and I'm getting, like, I was getting a couple text messages about work, and Saber was texting me about the kids, and I keep looking down at my phone as they're popping up, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I got to take care of that. Oh, I got to do that. Then I get this sentence from a number I've never seen, a 724 number, and I quote, hey, did you go home with those two guys last night? Smiley face, yummy. And I'll put this message on the screen so you can see it.
You gotta,
right?
when you put it up on the thing, you got to take out the phone number.
Yeah, I'll take out the phone number. And then I say, what? With a question mark. Who is this? Me, Angela, LOL. Like I'm supposed to know. Now, I should...
So the first thing we've realized is Angela's friend is a whore.
Angela's friend's a whore, right? So, now, I've had problems with my phone number before where people thought I was a former drug dealer named Randy, and they used to text me and go, Randy, what's up with that 5-sack and that dime sack and this? And I'd be like,
my
this
God.
ain't Randy's phone anymore. This one guy called me one day and was like, Randy, man, I need those pills. And I'm like, this ain't Randy's phone. This is Dawn. And he's like, whatever, mother. And it hangs up on me, right? So now I've been starting getting these ones where apparently it belongs to a whore who took 2 guys home last night. 2 guys. And her friend thinks it's yummy.
Can't we reverse that number and look it up on Facebook to see what...
We probably could. So then I go to her. I said, I think you have the wrong number. I don't know Angela. This is Dawn. She says, I'm so sorry. Must have put in the wrong number. Thanks. My response was, it's okay. Happens all the time. I was just worried someone thought I took 2 guys home last night. I said, hope your friend's okay. Take care. Right? And she just goes, LOL, yeah, is what her response was. So, I mean, what the hell kind of a message is that? I mean, I was like, is this real? I mean, what is going on here? Why does your friend think that that's a good idea?
Apparently she's into finger cuffs.
Yeah. You're taking 2 guys home? Yummy. Is that yummy? A wiener in the mouth, one in the butt, or one wherever. That's yummy? It's disgusting. I mean, it's crazy. I saw that. I was just like, and of course, as soon as it pops in my mind, I think to myself, thank you. Like, what a thing to tell on the podcast, you know. So I was so happy. The cheese is about to explode. We're about to have boiling cheese all over the microphone there. So that was story number 1, right? Now that was pretty good, right?
Oh, if this next one's better, I'm screwed.
So now let's get to the accident, which I have pictures to document at this time. So you all remember a couple weeks ago when the fireball happened, right?
Yes.
The fireball was the beef bouillon hitting the can of the chain reaction.
Yes.
Okay. So
if you don't know the story, check us out on our past podcast.
Check out episode 2 or whatever it was. So Sabra, a couple weeks ago, made meatballs, right? She stuck them in the fridge. I forgot about them, and I never used them, so we had to throw them away. We wasted like 2 pounds of ground beef, right? And we're like, all right, and they smelled really good, never got to use them. She makes hamburgers Monday night. She bought like 4 pounds of meat. She had all this meat left over, and she starts rolling meatballs. And she's like, can we just turn this into meatballs, and you can make sauce tomorrow night, and we have all the kids? I said, yeah, it sounds good. So during the day, she's like, well, cook the sauce, okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'll make the meatballs. So when I make them, I have this big pot or this big pan with a glass lid on it, and I'll fry them in a little bit in there and some oil on each side, and then I can let them cook in the sauce, okay? So I stick the oil in the pan, I put it on, I cook everything. I have 2 settings, off and high, okay? When I cook, I have off and high. I don't know what all the in-between's about, because I just go off and high, and that's all I do. So I put it on high, probably, put the oil in there. Phone rings. I go over and I start talking on the phone to someone.
It's Angela. What or not?
It's Angela. She's like, did you take 4 guys home last night? Yummy. So then my laptop starts going off. I'm getting a work issue coming in. So I'm on this support call, too, over Skype. So I'm working on that. I'm talking. I let this shit go for about an hour.
Oh. The meat, just the meat?
No meat. The meat's never made
just
in
the
yet.
oil
just
on
the
The
oil
meatballs are right next to the pan. Just the hot oil, right?
On high.
On high. So I walk back in, and I start to smell something, because I'm in the other room in the basement. I walk into the kitchen, and the pan is shaking, okay? So it's shaking, and it's all this smoke inside there, right?
Because the lid was on.
The lid was on.
Oh, my God.
So I go, what the hell is going on? I'm like, oh, shit. I never put the meatballs in. So I grab the handle.
Oh.
The handle's not hot because it's plastic or whatever. So as I grab the handle and I go to lift it, the effing lid shoots into the air, lands down in front of me, hits the ground, and shatters into a million pieces of glass. Glass is everywhere. It's in the dining room. It's in the kitchen. It's in my face. It's just everywhere. And I'm
He was
like,
going to say hair. He touched his hair.
yeah, I just touched my hair. So I'm like, oh my God. As soon as I look at that, the goddamn pan erupts into a huge ball of fire. I mean, you thought that fireball before? It was like this. It was this huge ball of fire, right? And I'm holding it. A grease fire. So I'm holding it going, ah, screaming. Alex sees this because he's in the room. He darts out the effing door. He goes running out the front door because he's like in the hallway going, Dad, what's going on? I'm going, Now, what are you supposed to do when you have a grease fire? What are you supposed to not do?
Not put water on
Not
it.
put water on it, right?
God.
So I instantly go right for the sink. I stick it in a sink. I turn the water on, and it exploded. I mean, the fire goes up around engulfs the whole window.
You're lucky you didn't burn your house
So
down.
the whole window is engulfed in flames. The whole cabinets, the sink, everything's on fire now. Now I'm thinking, Jesus Christ.
On fire?
On fire. Everything's on fire. And I'm like, I'm burning the house down. Alex starts screaming. He runs out the door. And now at the door yelling, "Dad, is my dad dead? Are you dead?" He's just yelling for me, right? I'm standing there, and I don't know what to do. I'm terrified now. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm burning the whole house down. So I run to the hallway where the fire extinguisher is. I can't get it off the wall because it's like chained to the wall or whatever. So I rip it right out of the goddamn wall, and then I had to get scissors because they had all these safety things on there, right? I come back in, and I just spray the whole wall. The stove was burning. There was fire on the stove, and I mean, just everywhere. It was everywhere. Surprisingly, it wasn't that much damage. Like, I'll show you the pictures here now. And you guys can look at them. They can look at it. Here was the broken glass, which you're seeing now on the screen. Okay. There's more of the broken glass. There's the glass.
That just shattered.
It just shattered everywhere. There's the after effects of the fire extinguisher.
Well, you're dumb for putting water on it.
Look at the fire extinguisher. I mean, there was green fire retardant everywhere.
You're fire retardant.
Look at the ceiling.
Oh my God.
Just black soot all over the ceiling, and then just more of that stuff.
Wow.
Crazy. And I mean, and then the moral of the story is, guess what happened to the meatballs? Covered in fire foam. Covered them. Ruined the meatballs for the second time. Poor Saber's meatballs. Completely ruined with this. I mean, it was everywhere. 3.5 hours of cleaning it up. Because I had to take everything out of the dining room and look for glass. We're still finding glass. I'm vacuuming. I'm on my hands and knees looking for glass. And then Xander comes home. He's like, and this is what I don't understand about glass. I cleaned the whole floor in the kitchen, right? And I'm even washing it. Because I had to wash all the cabinets. I had to get like Pine Sol, clean everything. I had to put every utensil, because the drawer was open. So all the utensils got nailed. I had to clean everything in the dishwasher, everything. And then I come, and I'm like on my hands and knees cleaning the floor, scrubbing it. And Xander comes home, and there's a piece of glass right in the middle of the floor. I'm like, where did that come from? Where did that come from? I just cleaned the whole floor. And then he's like, oh, look over here. Here's another one right here. It's like this peanut. It was like, oh, there's glass, there's glass, there's glass. I'm like, God damn it, I thought I got all this glass. So I cleaned glass up for like 3.5 hours. Everything's a mess. I poured hot oil all over Saber's rug. It's all destroyed, like the floor mat in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It burned through it. I mean, it was it was insane. Almost burned the goddamn house down trying to make meatballs. That's what happens when you leave Dawn home alone during the day.
Wow.
And Alex, the entire time, is terrified outside, screaming, "Is my dad dead?" But he knew to get he got the hell out of that house. He hightailed it right out the door. Then I said, "It's okay, buddy. Come in." He's hugging me, and he's all scared. He's like, "What happened?" I'm like,
I'm a big dumb idiot.
I'm a big dumb idiot. I mean, when it engulfed, my face hurt for like 2 days. Like, it was like, whoosh. I'm like, here we go again with fireballs in the kitchen. Crazy.
We need to send a fire marshal to Don's house and give him a fire safety lesson.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, she was like, what did you do? I'm like,
Did you have to repaint the ceiling, or is it?
Well, I washed it, but you can't get all that crap off. So we got to repaint it. We were going to do the kitchen anyway. But I mean, it's just crazy. There was so much crap. And luckily I didn't burn the house down. Luckily I had that fire extinguisher.
Luckily you didn't have any kind of like frilly drapes over that window.
Surprisingly, the drape never burned. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I took it down. It's fine. It got a little dirt on it, but it got the foam stuff on it. But I couldn't believe when the fire went out. Like, I looked and I was like, everything's fine. Like, what happened? Like, why is everything fine?
Well, it might have just been burning the grease on it and didn't actually make it to the...
Oh, God, it looked like it, though.
Whenever you probably put the water onto it, the grease expanded so quickly it exploded that it was burning the grease on
There's a really good Mythbusters episode.
Who puts a grease fire in water?
You are, because you're an idiot.
Honestly, though, in that panic moment, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, I didn't think anything of it. I saw fire in my hand, and I'm right by the sink. And then my reaction to that was, like, holy God, what is happening?
I mean, honestly, in that panic moment, I don't know what I would do because you're supposed to just dump like a box of baking soda on it.
Yeah, all these things that like take time to go fine.
Well, it'd take more time to get a box of baking soda, rip the thing off your wall.
So what I should have done was just shut the heat off and let it cool back down.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I touched that glass, I mean, it shot off there. Like
because you have to, because all the pressure was built up in it. You should just
shut the heat off and let it go.
Yeah, like don't touch that shit. Like,
Oh, it was crazy. The glass was the foam took forever to clean up, but the glass was everywhere. I mean, I'd never seen glass shatter like that before.
Wow.
It was crazy. It's crazy and scary. But yeah, there you go. 2 stories. Hope you enjoyed those. I'm sure by next Thursday, some more crazy shit will happen.
This is what happens whenever we take a week off. Like,
yeah, you get 2 stories. So there you go. All right, everybody. I think we reached our hour mark. Again, sorry, went long.
We even tried. We cut some stuff out that we weren't going to talk about.
We did.
Yeah.
But next week, we're going to do a whole Star Wars episode because we never did anything for Force Awakens. It's now out on DVD. There's a new Rogue One trailer that me and Justin already fight about. So next week, we're going to do a whole Star Wars episode. And I think we're going to have the lovely Lance join us again.
Oh, Lance Romance.
And we'll see. So, Ken, take us on out.
All right, I want to thank everyone for listening. I'm not going to give you all the websites because I already gave them to you at the beginning.
And I put them on the Facebook page last week for the Batman vs. Superman one.
What?
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night.